am going to show you how to make another kind of snowflake. Now this is kind of a bonus activity because we couldn't send home all of the materials. So to do this, you do have to have a glue gun, and you do have to have some regular glue like this, okay? Or something like this that you can put, because you're going to need to put a bunch of it on a plate or something. I used paper plates. You could probably use, like, if you have a box that you can cut, or if you have, like, I don't know, even like a cereal box or something that you can cut, just so that you're not putting like glue and glitter on the table. Fair warning, this is a messy craft, but it is really pretty. So what we're doing is we're going to make snowflakes that look like this. I made it all glittery. And then once it's done, this one isn't quite dry yet because this was my I better make it to make sure that I know what I'm doing snowflake. Once it's all dry, though, I can hang it from the ceiling, and it will look kind of like a wintry wonderland. So that's where my Christmas decorations are coming from this year. I'm making a whole bunch of these. Okay, here's what you're going to do. First of all, I sent you all one of these. Now, you might be able to just do this with one, but I happen to know that all of us use toilet paper. So if you have another one, or if you can hang on to, like, wait to do this till you do have another one, that would probably be best to have two. So we're going to start with this one, though. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your toilet paper tube, and you're going to smash it flat. Now I have a flat toilet paper tube. I'm going to take my ruler because we're working on measuring work. And I'm going to measure 1/2 inch pieces. I'm going to lay it right along my toilet paper tube. Take my pen, and I'm going to just mark every 1/2 inch. Now I'll show you exactly where this is on the ruler as soon as I'm done. Okay. On your ruler, we know, oh, it would be helpful if I didn't have a see-through one. See the numbers? Those are inches. And I know it's inches because it actually says on the top here, inch. If I do the bottom ones, those are centimeters. If you want to, you could do centimeters instead of 1/2 inches. They'll be a little smaller. Oh, I just stuck my arm in some glue. So this, fair warning, you will get glitter everywhere. So do it in a safe space. Okay, so those are your inches. If you want to do a 1/2 inch, you're looking for this kind of a longer line in between the inches. That's just halfway between the inches because it is a 1/2 of an inch. There are 2 of them in every inch. See how there are 2? 1, 2, and then I have an inch. 1, 2, and then I have an inch. So you're going to measure a 1/2 of an inch, okay? All right, I've measured my 1/2 inches. Now I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and this is tough because you're cutting through a toilet paper tube, but you're going to cut it into little pieces like this, okay, along your 1/2 inch marks. So here's a 1/2 inch. I'm going to cut it as close to straight across as I can get it, but if it's not perfect, it does not matter, okay? So do not worry if you don't get it just absolutely perfect. Doesn't matter. Hey, children playing dreidel in the next room, please be respectful of the fact that I am teaching children how to make snowflakes. Thanks. Okay, so I have my tube all cut up. I actually cut up a second one already because I figured you didn't want to watch me cut 2 tubes. All right, I have got all of my tubes here. What I'm going to do next is decide what I want my design to look like. So I'm going to kind of push these over. And I'm going to take my design. I like to start, and this is just my preference, but you can do whatever you want, with just a little like for flower. Can you see that? And then maybe I will put some more in here. So there's actually 8 little pieces. Okay. Now I have this. See that? And then you can actually take these and fold them in half, so you end up with like this kind of situation. And I think it looks kind of pretty if I put some on the edges here, so it looks like, you know, the little ice crystals that come off on snowflakes. Now, you can make this as complicated or as simple as you want. So you might want to just do like, maybe I just want to have 4 with little things coming off. Or maybe I want to make a whole bunch more. Eleanor, when she was making these, she hasn't put hers in glitter yet, but like, look at this situation that she made. It's so complicated. But it looks really cool, right? So do whatever you want with it. But I have my design laid out the way that I want it. This is what the final design looks like. Okay, now that I have it laid out, I'm going to start my hot gluing. So you may need an adult to help you if they are not comfortable with you using a hot glue gun by yourself. That's absolutely your parents' call, because you can burn yourself on hot glue, especially like the metal end of the hot glue gun. So this is a careful thing. You don't start in the middle. You start at the ends, okay? You are going to glue together a little bit. So I'm going to pick up this little piece. I'm going to put some glue here, and I'm going to glue it to this piece. This is my little ice crystal coming off. It looks a little bit like a fish. Okay. I'm going to do all these little ice crystal bits. You can still hear them playing dreidel in there. If you haven't played that yet, you should. It's really fun. Okay. And I'm being really careful to not get my hands on the hot edge of the glue. And I'm doing mine just on my table because this table is a little beat up and I don't mind getting some glue on it. I know that it will come off. But your parents might want you to do this on a tray or on another piece of paper or something so that you don't get glue all over your table, okay? As you do it, though, you are going to want to pick it up a little bit to make sure that you don't have a big, like that it's not stuck to the table or the whatever you're using. Okay, so I have all of these guys done. Now I'm going to start gluing my center together. So I think it works a little bit better to take these out and to glue my main center together, but actually it kind of depends on what your snowflake is designed like. If you're doing something really complicated, this might not work. Oh, see, now this one's a little bit stuck to my table because I didn't pick it up. Okay, I got it. Okay. All right, got my 4 put together, and I'm going to try to make sure that it isn't stuck to my table. If you do get some on your tray or on your table, you can kind of rub it off. Okay, so here's my 4 put together like this. Now, I'm going to take my little inside ones and I'm going to put glue on it and slide it in. Same thing. Okay, this is my finished shape of a snowflake. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm done with the hot glue, so at this point your parents may want you to unplug this and put it away. I don't really want to get up and mess with that, so I'm not going to. Okay, I'm just going to kind of push it over. Now I need, once it's dry, and hot glue dries pretty quickly, now I need my plate of where I'm going to put glue, or wherever you put your regular glue, and my plate where I'm going to put glitter. Okay, I've already put some glue on this because I just made one, but you're going to take your glue, you're just going to, seriously everywhere along this thing, glue, 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 okay? You're going to need to put more of that on because remember, I already put some on. You're going to take the flat side of this, the side that was on the table or tray as you did it, and you're going to dip that in the glue. The reason it has to be the flat side is because, do you see how some of these are a little bit like sticking out because I didn't cut it exactly at the 1/2 inch? But on the flat side, it's completely even. So that's going to be easier for me to dip my glue in. Oh, before you do that, you're going to take your glitter and you're going to empty it. I'm not taking the lid off of this because I already have a plate of glitter, but don't empty it completely, but kind of cover your plate in some glitter, okay? And then you're going to save the rest of it, so don't worry. All right, I'm picking up my snowflake. I'm going to dip it in the glue. Dip, dip, dip. I'm going to have to move it around a little bit to make sure I get it on everything. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and check and make sure I've got glue everywhere. And if I don't, what I might do is pick up my glue bottle, which now has glue going down the sides because I wasn't very neat. Huh, I did the wrong side. That's okay though. You'll get to see what happens when I make a little mistake and you'll see that it still looks really cool. Okay, I'm actually taking my glue bottle and putting it on the bits that didn't get glue when I pushed it around, because I want to make sure that everything is sparkly, because I really like sparkly things, especially when it's crazy COVID times and I feel like I need a little bit of extra happy in my life. Okay, now I have got glue everywhere. See all that glue? I'm going to take it and dip it in my glitter. I'm going to push it down. Let me move my glue out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm pushing it all down in the glitter. It's getting, and I'm like going nuts with it. Okay? Making sure that all of the gluey areas get covered in glitter. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and check it. I see that this area didn't get very much, so I'm going to try it again. Still not very much. I think I might need more glue on that, and that's fine because I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to, any areas that I see are empty that I want more glitter on, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on it. And because I didn't have it on exactly the even side, it's a little harder to get that part, but that's perfectly okay. So, now my oven's going off because Eleanor was making cookies. We're just a whole situation here. Okay, now I have glitter pretty much everywhere, and my snowflake is done, and I am going to set it on like a rack, or I do have a rack for this, but I forgot to bring it in here, so I'm just setting it on my table for a second. I definitely have to wash my hands because they're kind of gluey, glittery messes. But I do have to pick up my phone so you see this. All right. Whew. Now, there we go. See my beautiful glittery snowflake? And that's what yours will look like too. However you want to do it. So that's the second way to make snowflakes, our bonus way. If you can't make these, don't worry about it. You can make a whole bunch more of these guys with extra glitter on it if you want. And we will find some things to do with your glitter next week. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon or whatever time it is when you're making this, and I'll see you later. Bye.